Report a shot fired at officers trying to stop the vehicle.
We have one officer shot. We got shots fired. Sounded like an automatic firearm.
Copy, code red, shots fired.
We have an active shooter. We have an active shooter inside the warehouse.
Now it's Shots Fired with your hosts TJ Kirgin, Dinah Death Milberg, and the lovely Krystal Powers.
Welcome to Shots Fired. My name is Sig Glockencolt, and next to me is the lovely Krystal Powers.
What just happened?
I don't know. Oh, the heat did something to my brain.
Things have gotten weird. Now my chair just wants to keep sinking. Oh, this is about on par with the day. Hey, we're Shots Fired-ish. Well, I got nothing. Thanks for joining in today. I'm sure you're already tuning out, but if you're still making it at this point, I am not TJ, nor is she, and I'm also not Krystal Powers, but she is here.
Is she, though?
That's debatable. Oh, how long is this show?
No gummies were ingested prior to the making of this podcast.
Are you sure? Because the fact that you had to make that statement now makes me wonder otherwise.
No, I'm not a partaker.
So, what are we going to talk about today?
What do you want to talk about today?
I don't know. There's so much stupidity going on right now. It just kind of, I don't even want to talk about it.
Are you talking about like politically? Or are you talking about
everything?
Socially? Or
everything.
Okay.
Everything.
Okay.
Like, I just mistakenly looked at my phone.
Did you say mistakenly?
Yeah. Like, I shouldn't have.
Like it was a mistaken?
Yeah. Yeah. I should not have looked.
Because you just discovered that aspartame is going to officially be labeled as carcinogenic.
Is it?
Yes. Pretty soon.
About time.
Yeah.
Gun Policy Coalition just posted this up from Shocker, Cook County, releasing their decision why 223 is such a dangerous round. Illinois, Chicago.
Crook County is the only thing I think of, and then I can't remember if that's Vegas or Chicago.
They're basically talking about, I'll just read this whole thing. It's so dumb. A nation reeling from the heartbreak of burying 1 in every 4 military-aged Southern males during the Civil War did not respond to the horrors of the mini-ball with cold-hearted admiration for its lethality, but actively sought to condemn the horrors of that weapon for all generations to come. In the debates leading to the signing of the Hague Convention of 1899, the United States unsuccessfully advocated for a ban on all ammunition that caused injuries as horrific as those inflicted by expanding ammunition like the mini-ball. The mini-ball is not an expanding round, but that's okay, because it would allow other weapons that inflicted such injuries to be used with impunity. Failing our troops, 42 Yale section something, and the resulting narrower ban based solely on bullet design rather than effect, the Hague Declaration on Expanding Bullets has subsequently received virtually universal recognition as customary international law. We can't use hollow points overseas in a combat zone.
Really?
Yeah, you have to use ball. It's stupid. The use of expanding ammunition was later explicitly declared a war crime under the Rome Statute of the International Criminal Court signed by the United States in 1998. In a bit of a sad irony, if Herrera is correct that the injuries inflicted by the mini-ball are comparable to those now inflicted by assault weapons, then the broader ban unsuccessfully proposed by the United States would have encompassed assault weapons as well. So their argument is that rifles didn't have detachable mags until the 1950s, and the AR-15s are more destructive than Thompson machine guns and mini-balls, which all should be considered a war crime. So the use of the 223 round is worse than war crimes.
I'm just going to go out on a really limb here. A really limb.
A really limb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but the point of war is to kill as many people as possible on the opposing enemy forces, not civilians.
I at least pretended like it was.
So the manner in which they are killed, though, why does this matter terribly?
Because it's inhumane. In reality, though, what confuses me is you have to use Full Metal Jacket. Full Metal Jacket's inhumane. I watched my buddy put 15 rounds into a dude, give or take, of FMJ, and the guy was still moving around and trying to fight. So you're prolonging their excruciation and pain instead of just simply killing them. Because FMJ, it doesn't do anything. It keeps it, retains a majority of its size and shape, and it just passes in and out. So you're just making really small holes. Whereas hollow points expand and are meant to destroy, which inevitably results in death typically or quick bleeding out.
Oh, so maybe I'm looking at this all wrong. Maybe the efficacy of the bullet shouldn't be determined by how efficient it is in stopping the enemy, but how many can we use to further fuel the war machine and all of the economics that go with it.
There's that, but they're trying to argue this is why there should be an assault weapons ban in Illinois, and they're trying to get rid of the AR-15 entirely. Is they're going all the way back to the Civil War to talk about how destructive the mini-ball was. Well, the mini-ball was destructive because it's like 50 to 54 calibers what they were shooting. They were primarily shooting like 48, 50, 52, 54 caliber projectiles. It's a big bullet. That's why. You're putting a big chunk of lead into someone. So, of course, it's going to be destructive. It shatters bones, and we're talking medical technology from the 1860s. It wasn't exactly that great. So, round goes through your leg, shatters your bone, or you're just going to chop your leg off.
Right.
They can fix that now. So it's kind of a stupid argument, but I mean, what else would you expect from Cook County?
I don't have an answer to that.
Exactly, because there isn't one.
Is Beetlejuice still mayor?
No, it's some other nincompoop. I think is not much better. I don't remember who it is, but like it's not any better. Me and Chris, who decided to chicken out and not be on the show today, even though he's here.
Oh, you just got
sitting
called
there
out.
on the couch, not doing anything. So I was explaining something to him that I've started this trend that I've been trying to stick to, and we were trying to figure out a name for it. It's reverse stolen valor. So we were like, we started, then it's stolen unvalor, and then I forgot what we changed it to after that.
Wait, what is this though?
So, like, people ask if you're in the military, and I'd say yes, but like, what would you do? I was like, a cook or admin and supply.
Why would you do that? Why would anybody do that?
Because people ask dumb questions when they find you're like
That's fair.
infantry or something like that. And it's just funny because then people are like, oh. Like they're expecting you to do something cool because everybody's a sniper. Anybody talks, oh, yeah, I was a recon Delta sniper SEAL. I don't know how many snipers and SEALs and Delta Force I've met. It's amazing. Like, no, everybody always lies that they were some CIA Jason Bourne John Wick.
Yeah.
Nobody ever lies that they were like a cook.
That's fair.
Yeah, just saying. So
I feel like that's the secure standpoint, though. That's like the, would you rather be strong and look shrimpy, or would you rather look strong and actually have no strength?
Which one allows me to eat tacos nonstop?
I think you can with both, actually.
It's just still made this difficult now. You're not helping me.
Well, it is a real big plight in your world.
It is. It is. I have to organize my entire day around my ability to eat tacos.
Well, today's not Tuesday, so.
It doesn't matter. Every day is Tuesday if you make it Tuesdays. That and half the day, I don't know what day it is anyway, so it could be Tuesday and I just don't know it.
Okay, I have a question. You have to remind me about, somebody mentioned bike night coming up.
Yeah.
And it's the 22nd. Nope, it's the 15th. Which one is it again? Because there's
Neither
two
of
events.
those things.
The 20th.
Maybe
19th.
I'd have to look at St. Charles Harley Davidson's calendar because I honestly do not know. That is not my forte, not my area that I have to handle.
Isn't tactical? Gonna
Yeah,
be there?
Justin's handling that.
Oh, okay.
The 15th is the medical course we're going to be teaching.
Yes, I
The
need to go to that.
22nd is going to be our customer appreciation day.
Okay.
So, great segue to that. If you're listening to this, we will be conducting a Stop the Bleed class on July 15th, 3 to 6-ish in the evening. So, don't miss out. This is something you should take. If you carry a gun, don't carry a gun, doesn't matter. It's always good knowledge to have on how to be able to stop bleeding, patch somebody up, do stuff like that. And then, of course, our giant customer appreciation day, July 22nd. Drinks, giveaways, prizes, free stuff. It's worth coming out for. Be right back after this break. Go ahead, Chris. Let's start this one out.
And we're back. So we were just about to talk about the Titan and all of the everything that's going on with that.
I haven't followed any of it since I know they found the video game controller. That's all I know.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wait.
I'm not kidding.
Wait. The video game controller, which they supposedly, this is all, one giant game of hearsay.
I think they all staged the whole thing and didn't really happen and tried to get away from their wives and gone to some random
totally
island.
agree with you. I don't know. There's so much, the whole, whenever the focus is on one thing, you got to look in the background to see what else is going on, like news-wise. As soon as I heard that the United States was at the Navy.
Yeah,
it was the Navy.
Said that Sunday they heard. Well, I mean, okay, maybe they didn't know what it was. They just said they heard something. They heard an implosion.
Nah, they knew. They were sitting on it. They just like to let the media do its thing and keep it going. And so there's this giant energy suck because that's what they like to do. They like to get people riled up about nothing. So then we don't get riled up about things that actually matter.
Yeah, because I mean, very unfortunate for the families of said billionaires, but
if they actually died.
It's not a hugely impactful thing for the rest of the nation.
No, this is one of those things.
Especially when you get on a submarine where the guy who invented and created the submarine was bragging about how sucky it was.
Yeah. And
I watched the video of him joking about how cheaply it was made. So, I mean, it's like me getting on my buddy's sketchy airplane that he made in his garage and then being upset when it crashed. Well, when you had Dwayne build your airplane in a garage, these things might happen.
Okay, so they found the controller, supposedly.
Yeah.
Were they using the controller from inside the watercraft?
Yes. And what actually happened was the battery just died. They lost connection. That's all it was.
Why didn't they have some sort? Why do you need a controller if you're in it?
I don't know, dude. I don't build submarines. Do I look like I build submarines? Would you get in a submarine I built? I wouldn't.
I haven't been in any submarine other than at Disneyland. So
I have no desire. That whole thing, no.
Yeah.
The idea of going hundreds and thousands of feet below the ocean, nope.
No, I don't think we're supposed to be there. No.
Nah, I'm good. No, stuck in a little tiny tube. Yeah, nope. No, not for me.
If we were meant to go that far, we'd have bigger lungs.
Yeah. Nope. No interest in that.
No.
You can keep your submarines. Oh, I'll take people's drawings and their word for it of what the Titanic looks underwater. I'm sure it looks rusted and like a wrecked ship. I don't need to go down to 13,000 feet to know that Titanic's probably going to be a wrecked ship down there. Would they expect people dancing in the ballroom?
Yes, the ghosts.
What'd you think you were going to see? You're going to see a wrecked ship. I don't need to pay tons of money and endanger my life to go figure out that a wrecked ship turns out looks like a wrecked ship.
I don't even believe any of that. That's the best story they could come up with. A bunch of billionaires wanted to look at the Titanic.
Oh, I thought you were about to tell me you don't believe the Titanic crashed. I'm like, okay, Krystal.
I do, but you know what? There's a lot of things that
I
wonder. What?
No, I'm not going to get into that one.
Okay. I thought you were going to talk about the banking system and how the...
So was it the Titanic?
Yeah.
Or was it some other ship?
Oh, okay.
I mean, we can go conspiracy here.
Well, it's just
Makes you think.
everything that you see.
Gay frogs.
Okay, well, that's been like proven. So
I know that's the weirdest
atrazine has entered the chat.
What all is gonna happen and get proved that it's actually like not conspiracy theory over the next 2 years? I'm kind of frightened to even wonder that.
I don't know. My list is getting shorter.
Yeah, no, there's not much left on it.
No, I just okay. Like when you hear news, and then you see it on TV.
So before you continue, not to interrupt,
yeah.
let's just make this the official conspiracy theory episode. Let's just do that.
No,
Everybody
I am not
loves
prepared for
listening
this.
to
I
stuff.
have
Doesn't
so
matter.
much.
This will be a two-parter.
Okay, cool.
TJ has no choice because we've already dedicated and committed.
Sorry,
so,
TJ. Okay, cool.
I love this stuff.
Okay, cool.
Let's get into it.
Okay, so everything you see on TV, obviously, if you have a grain of common sense, you know not everything you see on TV, just like not everything you see on the internet, is real life. However,
Next, you're going to tell me WWF isn't real wrestling.
I actually just met a guy who that's the only TV he watches. And he is, he's just like the most ardent supporter. I was thinking about like introducing my daughter to it because like, oh, this is fun. And it's like still flashy and entertaining and like, I don't know, somewhat kind of safe for a little kid to watch. I don't know. I haven't watched any and really, nope. Okay, never mind. Nope. Forget I said that.
Maybe it was fun in the 90s, but
I never watched it in the
It's
90s.
become extremely sexualized.
Oh, just
like
like
hardcore.
everything.
like everything else.
Cool.
Yeah.
But I mean like
That's
hardcore.
Literally the only thing I can watch with my kid is I Love Lucy. Literally.
That's the safest thing. Yes.
It is.
Yeah,
Three
you're right.
Stooges. That's the safest.
Well, that is.
Everybody
that
But
is
I don't find
the
entertainment.
most comical thing.
What?
You know, the what's the genre of that comedy? What's it called? Is
Slapstick?
it slapstick? Yes. I don't find that funny.
You're telling me if I went out and smacked FD in the face right now while I had a mouthful of drink, that wouldn't be hysterical?
That might be.
I rest
no,
my case.
okay. But
You
like
think
there's a
in the
difference.
moment, it's funny. Maybe watching it could not be funny for some.
Possibly.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's just like if there's pain involved, I don't find it funny. I'm too empathetic. I got dragged last week on some I think it was like Girls Got a Gram or something like that. That was the page on Instagram. It's just a bunch of videos of like girls falling down. And some of them are really funny, but one of them it looked like the girl died. She fell down some stairs and she didn't move, and I was like, is this supposed to be funny? Because like I'm really genuinely concerned. Like, you know, there's some things you see and you
wouldn't
can't
post
help
a
but
video
react.
if she was dead.
Are you kidding?
No, I mean-
Somebody posted that video of that guy getting eaten by a shark. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
Like people will post anything.
Yeah,
Which is
that's true.
there's no honor on
No.
the internet. Anyway, where was I going with that? Oh yeah, you see things on a screen and you assume I can't think of a movie that's come out recently that had like such great CGI that you didn't know whether it was real or not. But like, you know, there's some like really, really advanced technology for your screen. How do you know like anything that you're seeing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, unless I see in person, I don't know. I've got like a 2% chance. Like, maybe that didn't happen.
I don't completely disagree.
And I
Especially with all this AI stuff.
well, yeah.
Like that terrifies me. The ability for you to get framed or set up by an agency,
Ooh, yeah.
organization, group.
Well, we're in
person,
trouble
whatever.
right now because our voices, we can make us look like we're saying anything.
That's not terrifying.
So I'm gonna start
at
talking
all.
like this now.
Crystal's
new voice.
I'm curious on the new iPhone.
Uh-oh, why?
Supposedly with AI, they're already listening to your voice now, right?
Yeah.
So it'll be your voice telling you the reminders you have on your phone.
That's
Ew.
creepy. I
Nope.
don't want that.
I don't want
That
it.
is gonna freak me the hell out.
Why would you
Nope.
want that? Wow, you're gonna think you start losing
Weird.
it middle of the night.
Yeah.
It's time to wake up. Why am I hearing myself talk to myself?
That is
oh,
creepy.
No, it's finally happened.
No, that's even creepier
This is
for
a
like
horrible
your
idea.
family members. Like hearing, what if you've passed and then they hear like your, oh no, too many. No, I don't like it.
This sounds like a Will Ferrell movie. That's what it sounds like.
All this sci-fi. This is everything from here on out is sci-fi. All of it. All of it is something. Do we need to go to break?
Oh yeah, we do actually.
Okay, we'll continue this sentence.
Hey guys, we got a new sponsor on the show, and it's actually one of my good friends hunting with for years and years. Introducing Adam Gubin from Rimco Scrap. in St. Louis. How are you, sir?
I'm good. Thanks for having me on, Tommy.
Well, you just told
My
everybody out
apologies.
there. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. The cat's out of the bag. I'm no longer TJ Kirgin, aka Sid Glock and Colt, the local warlord. I'm now Tommy. But that's okay. I can be Tommy Boy.
Hey, when you're a close friend, you can do those types of
That's
things.
exactly right. You know what's funny is, for years, if someone, when I was a police officer, if someone at the mall yelled Tommy, I knew that I could act a certain way. But if somebody yelled TJ, I knew that they knew me from law enforcement. So having different nicknames from different friend groups, from your really good friends to the people that shoot at you.
Absolutely.
It's a good thing. But anyway, Rimco Scrap. So you guys, you're just off North Broadway in St. Couis.
Correct.
And you guys do metal recycling. What does that mean?
So we are fourth generation of family business. My great grandfather started in 1901. My brother and I have taken it over since 2001. With 49% of the company, we bought the remaining 51% in 2020. So basically, people don't realize in our industry what it entails and the need for it, such as repurpose, right? So you think about your washer and dryer, your hot water heater, your vehicle, everything from your computer to your tablet.
Everything made of metal.
Everything consists of based around the recycling industry. About 80% of goods that are made today are based around the recycling industry, being that the mines just aren't there refining the scrap or the new materials and making new metal out of it. So they're reliant upon our industry today.
So your industry feeds the manufacturing industries, but it actually
our industry feeds the steel mill that feeds the manufacturing industry.
Okay.
So they remelt our scrap into new product, whether it's beams, channels, plates, coils.
So a product comes out, a hot water heater comes out, it lives its life, it heats my showers, and the next thing you know, it's dead. It's in a pickup truck, it's at your place. It gets turned into, it's scrap at that point.
And it gets broke down. The non-metallics go one way, the ferrous and the non-ferrous metals go the other way, and then the non-metallics unfortunately have to go to the landfill, and then the non-ferrous and ferrous metals will go to the mills to be remelted and then
turned into a new hot water heater or a Tesla or something.
All the above.
Right on.
Yep.
Right on. So if I'm a guy that just goes around collecting scrap and that's how I make my money, I can come to you any day of the week and get weighed, get paid, and have a nice day, as
Absolutely.
you say?
Absolutely. Every day but Sunday.
Okay. What if I just have a washing machine?
Not a problem.
A bicycle?
Absolutely.
Pickup truck?
Absolutely. As long as you have a title.
I saw on your website you guys actually do barges. What if I have a bunch of barges?
We would gladly come down and give you guys a bid on it and talk about the process as far as bidding it all the way to processing it and hauling off site.
Imagine cutting up a barge is kind of a big ordeal.
It can be.
Yeah.
It can
but you
be.
guys can do that.
Absolutely.
So everything from beer cans to barges.
Absolutely.
You can do.
Absolutely.
I know he wants me to say aluminum, so it's not so.
I would prefer aluminum, but we'll go with beer.
Well, there's a
cans.
lot of aluminum cans out there.
Yeah, but there's
Hey,
soda.
I didn't say White Claw cans.
Hey, TJ, there is soda in cans too, not just beer.
Sorry. All right. Well, if you are in the St. Louis area and you have scrap, you've got those old bikes laying around, you got the dishwasher, you got the washing machine, you got the old hot water heater, or something comes up where you need to get rid of some metal stuff, you can simply just go to rimcoscrap.com, find the directions, head downtown, drop it off, get weighed. What do you say?
Get weighed, get paid, and have a nice day. As well, we do have containers that we do put on site.
Oh, so like
Therefore, if any industry or manufacturing, we have a fleet of gondola trailers, roll-off containers, and lugger boxes that we can also drop on site. Call dispatch. We'll swap them out, typically within 24 hours for service. Take it back to our facility. It's effortless for you guys.
So manufacturers, distributors, warehouses, anybody who's going to have scrap metal, they can bring a roll-off container or a dumpster or whatever to my location. I can fill it up. Matter of fact, I think we used you a few years ago because we had a bunch of ammo containers that were made out of a certain kind of metal that we needed to get rid of, and you guys made it disappear for us.
We did. And you got a check in the mail.
And we got a check in the mail. That's even better. So that's where the whole industrial and commercial part of Rimco comes in. So if you've just got a bag of soda cans,
Bring them in.
you need a roll-off container, or you have an entire fleet of barges that need to be disposed of and turned into hot water heaters, you guys can help.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Rimcoscrap.com, everybody. They're a great supporter of this show and everything we believe in, which is America.
We are back. I figured I'd take this one for you. We're back. We finally decided what we're going to go full scale on. Conspiracy theories. We've been avoiding this. I don't know why we haven't done this sooner. And this is
I've
definitely
been
going to
wanting
continue
to.
and spill into. Yeah.
Ugh.
No, you and me are on the same page on this
So
one.
bad.
So We got a little sidetracked, but we were talking about
There's endless
AI and
Yes.
what you're seeing on TV. Is it actually happening?
Okay, and I think that started with, now don't shoot me because I'm going to say it, the moon landing. That was like the first, correct me if I'm wrong, major event that was televised.
That was questioned. And it was all because of the flag waving.
The flag waving.
That was the big one I heard was the...
You mean the flag that was on the moon, planted, supposedly, on the moon, that was waving...
Allegedly.
supposedly. That
what's
was
your take?
waving in the solar wind.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, which it's like that. That is possible. Like,
What
Get it.
about the landline? So the president, there's a video of the president talking to, I believe it was Neil Armstrong, and he's in the Oval Office, I think, and he's talking on a landline telephone to this astronaut who is
I always
in
thought he was
space.
talking to NASA. He could have been talking, called NASA, and then NASA, patched him through.
Could have. Yeah.
It's possible.
That's an interesting take. I didn't really think about that.
No.
Yeah, that's
But they
a
always
weird
say
one.
Armstrong's the first one on the moon.
Uh-huh.
Well, who the hell took the photo?
Whoa.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I like where you're going.
I mean-
Obviously an alien.
Of
Drew.
course, of course.
Okay, here's the thing why I feel like a little bit, I don't know, blessed maybe to have grown up watching sci-fi, because all of the things that were, I won't say Star Wars. Yeah, maybe. I'll throw that in there. Star Wars, Star Trek, all of the just going back to when they made the movies in the 50s, little black and white ones about, it's basically like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle story. There's some leakage of radioactive something. Although for those, I believe the movies in the 50s, their take was let's see, one of the movies is called Them, and it's a bunch of
I never saw that one.
Well, I'd be surprised if you did, because I'm pretty sure it came out in the 50s. And
It's
it's in black
old.
and
I
white,
know
and it's
that.
about these giant ants. Not the
That's
greatest CGI, if they even use that.
Yeah,
but,
they're-
it was the concept of the radioactive, what's it called? The burn off? It's in the air. And from dropping the bombs that they did in 40s, 50s.
Yeah.
With all the testing. And so anyway, that started the whole genre. And everything that you see in what was you couldn't even imagine this from the movies in the 70s. That's all real now. All that technology exists for us.
Yeah, that's great, except the flying cars.
No, I bet.
Well,
that
I mean, they
exists.
have it. It's just not as prevalent and as cool as they made it.
Yeah.
But, everything else, yeah. Holograms, holograms.
Yeah,
The-
that's true.
Well, I don't know if it was the debut, but the first time it was really used and done well was when they what's that big music festival in California?
Coachella?
Yeah, when they had Tupac at Coachella
Oh, yes,
and
the
they
hologram.
had his hologram.
I actually worked for the guy who presented that, and he had a place in LA, in Hollywood, where it was a cannabis bar, and then you could go in there and partake, and then watch on the stage where they would have holograms of
I saw
everything.
something about that.
It was really
Weird.
really cool, actually. The level of detail you could get was kind of freaky.
Yeah, no, that's a little weird too. When you talk, technically, you could have members of government who aren't even there or alive.
Oh, have you seen that video of the backing away from a ledge? He's waving to people, and he's backing away, and then
just vanishes.
Yup.
Yeah,
heard some people say that was a hologram.
That's
possibly.
the
I don't
first
know.
time I'm like, all right, maybe this isn't completely far fetched and crazy, because
But you're watching it on a screen,
yeah,
so
this
you
little
never know.
man backs up and then just gone. Huh.
There's so many.
Oh, that's something else we can talk about today too.
What?
That I'm pumped for.
Uh-oh.
Elon Musk and Zuckerberg, their cage match.
They're running out of things to distract people with. Can I
They
just-
really are.
This is we're, I'm going to say 2 events removed from Idiocracy, with President Camacho being the WW championship, becoming also
That would at least
the president.
be funny. I feel like we've gone worse. Like, what's going on right now with Biden, who's admitted to dealing with foreign governments and sharing secrets and, like, can't even...
Yeah.
Before he had to stick to the teleprompter, now he'll just go off and say things.
No, but they're doing that on purpose. Like, we know. They're just trying to, like, enrage people. They're trying. It's like poking a stick at the well-mannered.
You think that's what it is? It's almost so over the top. It's like
that's because good people, you gotta really dehumanize them before they'll actually take action.
I wonder how much crazier this is going to get. This election is going to be dumb. Like
it's all theater.
But it's still going to be dumb. Like, what are our options at this point?
Well, if you don't believe that our presidents are selected.
Oh yeah.
Which
that's 100%.
That requires a little bit of faith, I think, to like really. What proof do you have that like your vote actually matters and that
you believe the little counter thing? Like
what little counter?
When you're watching an election where they're showing which way it's going. Like,
no, that's like.
Do they even count the votes?
That makes me think of those gambling machines.
That's like, kind of what it feels like.
Like it's just the computer making it up.
In reality, one direction or the other, when's the last time it's actually like affected it and done what the people wanted for an election? It's always they still get what they want in the end.
Wait, who's they?
The government itself. It's always done in the best interest of the government. And
because it's a business. Yeah,
100%. They can be bought out just like any business.
They can.
Some
might say they already have been.
100%.
Oh, can I just say, have you seen that video of Robert F. Kennedy at Gold's Gym in California doing push-ups?
Yoked.
But he's like 70, isn't he?
Yeah.
That was pretty impressive.
My only hesitation with him is I'm trying to find out where he stands with, obviously, with Second Amendment. So far, it's sad that a Kennedy seems like the most viable option for president at this point.
Wild world.
I don't like it anymore. Also, how trippy is it to see Kennedy 2024 stuff?
Yeah. I saw that, and I was like, this is...
We're talking about China coming in Cuba, another second Cold War, and a Kennedy up for election.
It's wild.
And aliens. This history really does repeat itself. This is getting really weird.
I'm kind of enjoying it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like a reality show where you can't wait to see what happens next, except it's your life and it's real.
No, you just got to like remove yourself enough from it to realize that like how much of the stuff that I know about, quote, air quotes, know about, because who knows what's real and what's not, how much does that really affect me?
I mean, things are expensive right now. That part sucks. That's about it.
Yeah.
They can pass all the laws they want. Doesn't mean you're going to follow it or do it or obey it.
Mm-hmm.
They can change as much as they want. We'll be right back after this break to talk more conspiracy theories. We are back for the last and final segment.
Okay, how many things can we fit in there? Because I've got 1 billion.
Conspiracy theory talk is fun. Like,
it is fun.
This is quite entertaining. I don't. Where should we go to next? I agree. Like, it's to the part, especially finding out how fast this AI is happening.
Mm-hmm.
Like, have you heard there's a page I follow that plays music where it's like Michael Jackson doing a song from The Weeknd and AI did it and it sounds like it. They have like different artists playing artists from a different generation's music that
fun.
Never happened, but it sounds like it.
Oh, that's interesting.
Like Freddie Mercury doing a Lady Gaga song or something, and it sounds like Freddie Mercury. So you can't believe what you're hearing. You can't believe what you're seeing. What do you believe at this point? How do you know?
Well, you have to establish trust, which most people establish their relationships, and almost all people communicate through technology. So
yeah, which you can't trust.
No.
How do you, like, during election season, how do you know if there's even an election going on?
I really like where you're going with this. If you completely eliminated all technology, how would you know anything was going on? How would you trust it getting?
You wouldn't. I mean, you don't now. There's no way to, because it'd be word of mouth. But even then, by the time it gets from 1 to Q, how much has been changed? Yeah, 1 to Q.
Okay. Yep. I had to. Okay.
You got me.
I'm picking up what you're.
No, just like starts here. By the time it gets to this person, how much does it change? If you tell someone, like if you do an experiment and tell someone one thing and to pass it on, then by the time it, 20 squares from there, how much has that changed from what the original statement was?
I don't know. There's like some merit to just written the piece of paper with words on it. I mean,
that's how we got here in the first place, though. It started with that.
What? How did it start with that?
I don't know. I'm just saying. Okay. you have printed press. That's how the media started, is printed press, and then it continually evolved, and then that's where we're at now. Robots.
I don't know. I feel like that's always going to be, in some way, shape, or form, it's always going to end up with robots.
I don't know. That is terrifying. Like the whole, what they're doing with robots and AI combined. Like I'm pretty sure they've done movies on why not to do this. And they keep doing stuff that there's movies about not doing. Like, oh, we're going to try to bring back woolly mammoths. Why? Why do we need to bring back woolly mammoths? Why do we need to start cloning dinosaurs? I don't think we need to do that.
That brings up a pretty good point. I mean, all of the, like, even with Jurassic Park, they talk about, like, you don't mess with DNA.
Yeah.
And I feel like
stuff can go bad.
Everybody grew up watching. Okay, that was my biggest disconnect. During COVID, all these people grew up, like, everybody has a favorite movie that has some sort of rebellious main character. And the bad guy is usually an empire or some giant government force that seems unstoppable.
Yeah.
And everybody, of course, as a good story goes, you identify with the main character who is rebellious.
Yep.
And then you've memorized this, you got your favorite characters, and then when this situation in one form or another happens in real life, where I don't understand where the disconnect
reversed
is.
roles. That's what it's turned into now. It's reversed roles. Where,
but like, how do people not? How do you not see that?
What always goes to the mask stuff. I was watching while I'm doing work today, sending emails. We have this chat thing where I can be live support chat on the website if somebody's having issues or questions or something. So I'll play YouTube videos while I'm on there, multitasking.
Right.
And one of them was, I'll admit, guilty pleasure. It was Karen meltdown videos because they're funny.
Oh, okay.
And one of them like really frustrated me. They were trying to kick this chick out of a movie theater during COVID because she wasn't wearing a mask when she was the only person in the theater. And they were screaming at her and telling her, and she's like, this is dumb. I'm the only one here. You need to comply with the policies and the law. And she's like, but I'm the only one here. You're standing closer than 6 feet away from me to yell at me. So it kind of defeats your ground you're standing on to argue this point. To yell at me for not wearing a mask when I'm in here by myself. It doesn't matter. It's the law. And like, she wouldn't stick to it's the rule. How stupid are you? Like, there's no one in the theater. Like, legitimately, they showed the theater. It was her by herself. That's it.
Oh,
and they were kicking her out.
Lumped in with Karens.
Yeah, that frustrated me. I'm like, that's not a Karen at all. Good for her. I think that's the thing now is it's like, don't make a scene. I agree with the whole Karen thing. There is some annoying ones out there. But this whole don't make a scene, just comply, just follow along, don't be a problem. No.
I actually had a conversation with my daughter about this concept this morning. And it's really, it kind of goes back to like the girls are taught, like, be a good girl, be quiet, be, you obey. There's nothing wrong with obeying your parents.
No, there's a time and a place for everything.
Obeying authority.
Yeah.
As long as the authority is submitted to for example, higher power or some sort of code that has morals.
Yeah. When it's just making stuff up or violating or coming near infringing on rights. Like, I'm not going to be, the whole mask thing infuriated me. I'm not going to be forced to wear one. I got in trouble constantly and asked to leave and yelled at for not wearing it. And
Oh,
I just
same.
played this game where if you pretend like you don't hear the person, they don't know what to do.
You know what's funny is I
Or we
realized
just looked and we'd go, no.
that was the most effective. Yeah, you're right. That was the most effective thing for me.
Yeah.
I could tell literally the law to a person. They didn't care. I was like, I'm medically exempt. I have asthma or whatever. People don't care. I have a religious exemption. They don't care. The only thing, you can't argue with them because they didn't use logic to get to that position in the first place.
Logic's gone because it's been replaced by
Right.
fear. Every time there's been a major infringement like this, has been out of fear. The Patriot Act, the only reason the Patriot Act was able to pass is because of fear. Ooh, terrorist attacks. How many terrorist attacks have been stopped because of TSA? None. There has not been a single.
Yeah, but their
one.
argument is you wouldn't know because they've stopped them. So how would you know?
Because they'd still report it. Because the government would never miss out on an opportunity to toot its own horn and be like, see, look, it worked. We stopped a
I don't
terrorist
know.
attack.
They don't think they have to justify any of the things that they do.
No.
Anyway. Anyway, let's our.
But that's assuming the terrorists are the ones who did it and were ordered to by a terrorist organization and not some other organization. We don't have enough time to go down that rabbit hole.
So, anyway, come visit me at Higher Nutrition.
Yeah, how's that going? You guys staying busy?
Yeah, actually, it's hot out. It is so.
It's a little brutal. It's a little toasty and quite humid.
Yeah, it is. I'm not enjoying that, but our shop's going good. We have, for any new listeners, we have CBD products, we have THC, we have First Form, we have protein, pre-workout, all of the fitness stuff, and then all of the other stuff, as in recreational and.
When are those two going to cross over? When are they going to have like THC, CBD infused protein?
So you know what? I was actually talking with somebody about trying to make that happen. That'd be pretty cool. They have CBD. We actually just got these CBD and Delta 9 drinks. They're like seltzers.
How do they taste though?
I don't know. I haven't tried them yet.
I've always seen that, but like
Yeah.
I had what's that brand? I'm going completely blank. So the energy drink company is started by Killcliff. That's what it is. Killcliff has a CBD line at Killcliff's.
I've never even heard of that one.
It's not good.
Okay.
I gave it a try. Some of the Killcliffs are delicious. The CBD ones was not a fan. So I don't know. It just had this weird, chalky, leafy taste.
But did it work? Did you feel chill?
No.
Oh, never mind.
No.
Forget that then.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not really getting it. Not really getting it. So
yeah, I like to take my drugs on purpose, and I don't know. I'm not, unless I'm in pain. I probably won't take anything with CBD because I like everything that's got a purpose for me.
see, I'm always in pain, so that'd work.
Oh man, you need that. Did I give you that pain cream?
Yes,
Okay.
it did help, but I put it on before bed and passed out.
Oh sweet, perfect.
So I don't know how well, but I'm sure it did. We'll be back next week. We'll have to come up with more conspiracy theories, like actual focused ones.
I've got so many. Okay, yeah.
Stay tuned
We're
next
good.
week. Conspiracy theories 2.